Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I'm going to be starting on my performance test knives for the American Bladesmith Society. Now while we're waiting for the forge to heat up, you may be asking yourselves, well Seth, what is the American Bladesmith Society and what are these performance knives? The ABS's main mission was to keep alive the forged blade. So instead of cutting out all your knives or having them ground out in a factory, you actually forge them to shape. These performance knives that I'm going to be making have to be able to do three things. They have to cut a 1-inch diameter free-hanging rope with one chop. They have to be able to cut through a 2x4 twice and still be able to shave hair. And then they have to be able to bend to 90 degrees without breaking. They also have to be a specific length and width. The blade can't be any wider than 2 inches. The blade of it can't be any longer than 10 inches, and the overall length can't be over 15 inches. After forging, the grain structure of steel is very coarse and gritty, like the difference between a coarse sand and a fine silky sand. The fine sand is going to be much easier to make stuff out of and much stronger, whereas the coarse sand will probably just fall apart. Same thing applies to knives. If your grain structure is super coarse, it won't perform well. It'll probably deform when you're cutting the 2x4, and then when I'm bending it, it'll probably snap. But if I have the nice, fine, silky grain inside, it'll do super well, hopefully. It'll cut through the 2x4 and bend bueno bueno. Now that I've rough ground these and rolled the edges over to reduce stressing during heat treat, it's time to do one more normalizing cycle in the forge, and then take these down to my friend Steve Schwarzer's shop down in Florida, where I'll be testing. Do one more normalizing cycle in his kiln, quench them, get them finish ground, and then it'll be time to test them out. But that'll be for part 2 of this series, so make sure to stay tuned. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video format, make sure to drop a comment down below or tell me what format you'd enjoy. And as always, please consider subscribing.